All right. Hello, Jeff and Mandy. I will just go ahead and put this out there right now. I am not a video guy. It's kind of intimidating because Brian Harris is Mr. Video Fruit. Really good friend of mine. Really appreciate that he sent me your way and would absolutely love to help you. So we're going to see if I can do this in just one take, which will be awesome. You can ask me later how many takes I actually took to do this video because I'm a perfectionist. But we're not going to go to the perfectionist route. I just want to answer some of your questions and get a chance to meet you and respond in kind because I thought your video was really cool. So let's take it kind of step by step. You mentioned some of the things that you have now and seeing if you can translate that over here to the Nashville area. And from what it sounds, it is very possible. I really think that you can do that. Some of it is going to depend on what area you want to be in, and so we'll talk about that in just a second. First of all, welcome back from Mexico. That sounds like that would have been a fun trip. I have no idea where you went, but it just sounds like fun. So, community pool and basements. Yes, you were told correctly. Nashville, the bedrock is kind of, on average, I think it's only like 6 feet from, the ground. So they don't like to do a lot of basements. Also, sometimes when you do have a house with a basement, it's because the lot is sloped, and so you got to watch out for that grocery situation where you have to pull around to the back, go into the garage, and then go up a full flight of stairs to get to the kitchen. Mandy probably will not enjoy that. So that's another thing you want to be wary of when you do see basement houses in Nashville. And then pools are less popular here than they are in some other places. So I think finding the combination of everything might be tough, but I think we've got a pretty good chance, and I'm certainly, I think we can hit on most of the things. You mentioned a half-acre lot, totally doable. And maybe just depending on where we look, maybe even a little bit bigger if you guys want to try to find some land. 5 bedrooms, plenty of space. I think you're going to be pretty pleased about what you can find. You've been looking online, so I'll be interested in your feedback in terms of what you guys have seen. So, yes, first things first, definitely getting pre-approved. That's the number one step. I am, along with this, when I send you this video, I'm going to include a contact for a lender that I highly recommend. Brian and Stacy Harris also used them. They will do a phenomenal job. Right now, though, their number one priority is just to give you information. You don't even have to use them, but I would like you to utilize them to get some information. We want to figure out what your price range is, and we'll reverse engineer that by looking at a couple of options. They will check out and see if you can keep your current home and go ahead and purchase another one. Maybe able to even do a HELOC or home equity line of credit to pull out some of your equity for a down payment to use here in Nashville. So there's a lot of different things that come into play. You might have to file your taxes, but I'm self-employed too. I like putting that off as long as possible, but that might have to come into the mix because they may want to see what your actual income is. But I think that our next step is definitely getting with Alex Justice is her name, and with F&M Mortgage, and she can help us figure out what the best options are, and then what your monthly payment, what you want your monthly payment to be. That's what we're targeting. Not necessarily the price range. The price range really is probably going to translate into what you want your monthly payment to be. So we will figure that out. After we get the price range, the next step is area. So figuring out what areas will produce the house that you really, really like. So that's going to be the next thing that I'm really going to be gunning for is I want to feel for what you guys really like. What do you guys like? Rural? Do you guys like shopping? What kind of shopping? It runs the gamut. Do you guys want to do you do a lot of travel? Do you want to be close to the airport? How close? All of those things are going to come into play. Schools. I'm not sure, you mentioned the ages of your kids, I think in the email or text. How important are schools? We homeschool our kids. So for everybody, it's going to be a little bit different. There's no necessarily right or wrong answer, but I can make sure that within the price range that you guys desire, we will make sure that we get the best house, best investment, find the best location that is going to produce the best results. So I'll need a little bit more information in terms of what you guys want in terms of area, and that'll be exciting. Once we get those things, we have price range, and then we get area. We'll kind of figure out. And I brought a baseball bat up here, so I want to use this analogy. I mean, I've got a prop. So you mentioned price range, 750 to a mil, and football analogies are better, but baseball can also work. You want to get the sweet spot. I feel pretty confident to hit a home run in the kind of house you're looking for. Your price range fits. So as long as that matches up to the monthly payment you want, your price range is good. So I think you're there. Sometimes you have people that want what you're looking for, but their price range is down here. You know what I mean? They're not likely to hit a home run in that price range. I really feel like 750 to a mil really will produce some great properties that you guys will be very satisfied with. So it's a matter of, again, making sure that this is really the price range that you want with the loan options that are going to be best for you. And then secondly, finding the area that works. Wasn't that great? Thank my son for that. That was his baseball bat. So once we get there, the last thing that I can do for you guys, because you guys still may be months and months out, and that's totally fine. I'm here to just help provide you guys with information. But the last thing is going to be, I can video properties for you. Totally happy to do that. They're not professional grade or anything, but they're very helpful for people who are relocating. Can also take little mini videos of areas, locations, so you can see what the shopping in the area looks like. I want you guys to get a feel for different locations. But the thing about videoing the house is when you look at it, it kind of helps to make sure that what I'm thinking you're going to like starts matching up. So that can be something that will be helpful. I think that's it. So, wow. First take, I'm just going to run with it. I didn't even think about how to close the video. All I will say is thank you. I appreciate it. Looking forward to working with you. At some point, I'll go through a little spiel about how awesome our real estate team is, because somebody's got to brag about us, but we can save that for a later date. Right now, let's just get some of your questions answered, and again, looking forward to it. Jeff, Mandy, thank you very much. Mike Rosenboom, DeSelms Real Estate, and I'm out.